Bhante, do I have your permission to start, Bhante?
Yes, sure. You may begin.
Namo Buddhaya. Jai Bhim. Welcome all to our weekly Dhamma session, Dhamma learning session. And we are continuing with our 4-week session with Bhante Mukha. And the topic that Bhante is continuing is 10 perfections, that is Parami of Bodhisatta. And today is week 4 of that series that we are doing with Bhante. Before we start, I just wanted to introduce Bhante. Bhante Mukha is an associate professor of the International Theravada Buddhist Missionary University in Yangon. He's also a department of Suttanta Studies and also an abbot of Sirimangala Chitta Sukha Monastery. Bhante received his higher ordination in 1995 and under the preceptors of the most venerable Uttadhabhivamsa, having lived and studied Pali canonical literature and commentaries for 17 years in different monastic education centers in Myanmar. Bhante received Sasana Dhadhaja Dhammacharya title, that is teachership in Dhamma of Sasana's banner. Bhante also holds the title of Vinaya Vidu, which is Scholar of Monastic Discipline title. Bhante has received his master's and PhD in Buddha Dhamma studies. Bhante practiced meditation under the guidance of late Saddhame Ramsi Sayadaw, the most venerable Kundalabhivamsa. Bhante also established a monastic center called Sirimangala Chitta Sukha Monastery in his hometown and teaches young novices and junior monks there. So, and Bhante gives out lectures, mostly in being in Vinaya Vidu, in monastic disciplines, and that is the Buddhist ethics and philosophy, and also works in other universities to give out the lecture. So without further ado, I wanted to welcome Bhante to today's session. Yes. And I will make, on behalf of all the participants, we will make Panchashil Yachana, Khama Yachana and Panchashil Yachana to Bhante. Yes. Okasa Vandami Bhante Dvaratayena Maya Katang Sabba Paradhang Khamatume Bhante Dutiyam Piyokasa Vandami Bhante Dvaratayena Maya Katang Sabba Paradhang Khamatume Bhante Tatiyam Piyokasa Vandami Bhante Dvaratayena Maya Katang Sabba Paradhang Khamatume Bhante Okasa Ahang Bhante Tisaranena Saha Panchasilang Dhammang Yachami Anuggahang Katva Silang Detame Bhante Dutiyam Piyokasa Ahang Bhante Tisaranena Saha Panchasilang Dhammang Yachami Anuggahang Katva Silang Detame Bhante Tatiyam Piyokasa Ahang Bhante Tisaranena Saha Panchasilang Dhammang Yachami Anuggahang Katva Silang Detame Bhante.
Ya Mahang Vadami Dhamwadita.
Bhante.
Namo Dassa Bhagavato Arahado Samma Sambuddhassa.
Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa.
Buddham Saranam Gacchami. Dhammam Saranam Gacchami. Sangham Saranam Gacchami.
Buddhang Saranang Gacchami, Dhammang saranang gacchami. Sanghang saranang gacchami.
Dudiyambi Bodhang Saranang Gacchami. Dudiyambi Dhammang Saranang Gacchami. Dudiyambi Sanghang Saranang Gacchami.
Dutiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami. Dutiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami. Dutiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami.
Tadiyambi Bodhang Saranang Gacchami. Tadiyambi Dhammang Saranang Gacchami. Tadiyambi Sanghang Saranang Gacchami.
Tatiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami. Tatiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami. Tatiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami.
Sarana Gamanam Paribonam.
Bhante.
Anadi Bada Veramani Sikkhavadang Samadhiyami.
Panati pata veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami.
Adena Dana Veramani Sikkhavadang Samadhiyami.
Adinna dana veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami.
Kamesu Mechachara Veramani Sikkhavadang Samadhiyami.
Kamesu michchachara veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami.
Musawada Veramani Sikkhavadang Samadhiyami.
Musavada veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami.
Sura Meraya Majja Bamadatana Veramani Sikkhavadang Samadhiyami.
Surameraya majjapamadatthana veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami.
Idame Bonyam
Idang me punyang
Asawakayam
asavakkaya
Wahang Hodu
vahang hotu.
Pisarani Nasa Banja Silang Sadhu Gangarung Gadwa Abamadi Na Sambaditha.
Bhante. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you, Bhante. Thank you for your Dhammadana. Again, welcome all. We are continuing with our 4-week session with Bhante Mukha on the topic 10 perfections, that is Parami of Bodhisatta. This is week 4. So without further ado, I just wanted to invite Bhante for the talk. Bhante, on behalf of all the participants, I request you to please start today's session, Bhante.
Yeah, thank you for being with us today. So, in continuation of the talk about the perfections of the Bodhisatta, today we are going to finish our 4-week session. So that is about the remaining perfections. Okay, last week we already discussed about the Dharana Parami, perfection of a generosity. So to be generous is a very, very good foundation for a Buddhist people or for everyone, regardless of a creed, regardless of a religion or background. So to do dana means to share what we have with the others. So whether they are rich or poor or they are need or no need, it doesn't matter. So just to fulfill their needs. So, and also one point, and when we are doing dana as a bodhisatta, if we are aspire to be a bodhisatta, we have to do it without expecting anything back in return. So just keep it to fulfill their need. So that is very good point for us to, whenever we do dana, we have to remember. But if we are so not aspiring or not, we are not, if we are not wishing to become a Buddha, then is it okay? You may expect to have a very good fortune in this very life, also in the lives to come. So, but whatever it may be, so we may have a different imagination as well as a different hope for our future. So in that case, dana is compulsory. Okay, dana is compulsory. So some people they say no need dana. So we practice the meditation and then attain the liberation in this very life. Dana just extend the existences. But dana, with the help of the dana, we have to be born again and again, and that as a rich or very rich person. Then one day we are sure to be born and to die. So that is suffering. So we don't want. Some people they say like that. That's why the dana just extend the lives, the dukkha, suffering. So in this way they say no dana, no need dana. And then what we have to understand is that dana is a necessary, whether we are is we are striving for the attainment of enlightenment in this very life or not. Because the dana provides a better condition in our life. Not only the physical better condition, but also spiritual better condition. With the help of the dana, we are able to remove our attachment to our properties, to our physical bodies, and also even to our life. So that's why in Myanmar it is we have to remove bit by bit. We have to remove attachment bit by bit. So then we get a good habit of a removal of the attachment to our properties and to our lives and so on. So only when we are able to remove such a craving or attachment, then it will be better condition for us to keep research very well, and also to be concentrated mind, and also to sharpen our wisdom. So that's why on the spiritual basis as well, dana is a very good foundation. Dana provides a better condition for the further spiritual development. So that's why it should not be misinterpreted as a dana. We don't need dana. We don't need to give a charity and so on. We don't need to share our property and so on. So because of that, yeah, it is true the dana alone cannot lead to the nibbana, as well as we have to remember Sila alone also cannot lead to the nibbana. Bhavana alone also cannot lead to the nibbana. So they have to work together, support one another, then the attainment of a nibbana become possible. And so that's why with this point we will continue to the other paramis. Okay, here Last week I shared this because of the request of the people, audience. I share my slide with you all. So, yeah. So, but that slide is not complete, not a complete slide. So today I make it better. Even we cannot say complete. So last time we already talked about the dharana up to the number 5. So we got number 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. They share the same nature. The common nature is the same. That's why we can we can summarize. Okay, we will not talk about that thing in detail, but here only in this point we will. So that's a Parami. It means how many division. Okay, Parami, how to fulfill Parami. Okay, and also how many types of Paramis are there. So we can simply say Dasa Paramiyo, Dasa Upa Paramiyo, Dasa Brahmata Paramiyo. So Parami is a perfection, as I explained you before, to make ourselves perfect in every aspect. So mostly we human beings are defect, not perfect. So not only human beings, all the sentient beings are not perfect. So we are trying to perfect in many different ways here. So for to become a Buddha, we need to make ourselves perfect in 10 different ways. So that simply we try to make it perfect. So without having any risk to our physical body or to our life, that is simply called parami. Okay, and then when it is a concern with the physical part of physical bodies, like hands or legs or eyes and so on. Now the people they offer for those who are suffering from the serious disease, they offer their the kidney or parts of the body and so on. So that is what it is called upambarami. Okay, if they are in need of suppose some people before they die, they offer their body to the to the hospitals and so on for the research, as well as if it is necessary, we can transplant, okay, for our parts of the body to the other patients. So that belong to the Upa Parami, okay, dharana. So also in the case of a dharana like that, we offer parts of the body. In the case of a Sila, even at the risk of at the sacrifice of our physical body, parts of the physical body, we don't care about the damage of the physical body, but we try to observe a Sila. So that is Upa Parami. Okay, it is comparatively higher than the Parami. So then the last one is Paramatha Parami. Paramatha is the highest here. We can say we offer even our life, like the Bodhisatta and as a rabbit. Okay, he offer his life. So for those who are in need of food. Okay, so that's sort of the also in the case of a Sila, regardless of our life or without attachment to our life, we observe a Sila. So that began in that case it became a Paramatha Parami, the highest, okay, the highest perfection. So in this way we can see that the Dana Parami can be of 3 kinds. Okay, Dana Parami, Dana Upa Parami, and then Dana Paramatha Parami, like that. So also Sila, the same Sila Parami, Sila Upa Parami, and the Sila Paramatha Parami, like that. So in this way, we can multiply by 3, or 10 multiplied by 3, we can get the 30. Okay. So also regarding the dana, we have the Buddha preached in many different discourses according to the different contexts and conditions and audience. And the Buddha trying to divide dana in many different ways. 2 dana, 2 types of dana. Suppose amisa dana, dhamma dana. Like the amisa dana, we provide other people with the food or requisites and so on. So that is called amisa dana. So dhamma dana is just like now we are doing. Okay. America Association of North America also they try to make dhamma dana happen. Okay, that is a dhamma talk happen. So that is a kind of dhamma dana. Okay. So also we breathe the dhamma, we share the dhamma knowledge with other people. That is dhamma dana. So also nowadays we publish the books and then write about the dana, write about the dhamma, and then distribute. So that is also dhamma dana. Okay. So dhamma dana can be you can do in many different ways. So that is just an example of the 2 kinds of dana. Okay. So there the Buddha explained in many different ways, 2, 3 types of dana, 4 types of dana, and so on. So that will be very long if we talk about that. So basically, dana, parami, dana upa parami, dana brahmada parami, like that we have 3 kinds. So also it is applicable to all other paramis. So then if we sum up many different types of the dana, so into one, that is, okay, it became only dana. Because of giving, it share under the term of the generosity, under the term of the offering, okay, sharing. So that's why can we say one, every types of offering, sharing, providing. So maybe you offer food or drinks or medicine or maybe shelter or monastery and so on. They can be included under the dana. Okay, so that is not much. So also the sila may be different in terms of the, for example, 5 precepts, 8 precepts, 9 precepts, 10 precepts, and so on. But again, because it has a characteristic of keeping our physical and verbal actions well. So that in that under this term, sila become a 1. Okay, number 6 and 7 are just an entity in brief. Okay, so the same thing for the sila, nikama, and so on. Then number 8 is Chaturanga Yoga Edasam. This point is important. Edasam Paramina Sambadanu Payo. When we fulfill perfections, okay, so that kind of whenever we fulfill perfections, we need a lot of effort. Okay, so effort is called yoga. So Chaturanga. So there should be 4 feathers. Our effort should endow with the 4 feathers. So number 1 is here. Punyadi Sambarasa Anawasisa Sambaranam. So without leaving any remainder. Okay. So when we do dana, so we maybe bit by bit we should do every types of the dana, any kinds of offering in life. Maybe from the some people they just have a chance to offer food to other people, not the clothes, not the shelter, not the medicine. Okay, so in that case, if they happen to offer only food, to other people in their life, then if it is with the what, with the remainder, okay, he offers just part of something. So it doesn't mean that every time you offer, you should offer 4 kinds of the thing. It doesn't matter. According to the time and condition, or according to your means. So this time you may offer food. Next time you may offer clothes, robe. Next time you may offer medicine. Okay, like that. So in this way, without we have to offer, we have to make a dana, we have to fulfill perfections without any remaining. So awasi awe can la, awe can la, ki effect, okay, without having any defect. So sometimes, even though we do dana, but we make dana that is not good quality, okay, not good quality. In that case, it is what? It is with the defect. So one day, so that is number 1 effort, okay. So awe can la karita yogina. So without having any effect, any defect, okay, we have to do dana. So we have to fulfill perfections without having any defect. Because so the name itself is very clear. It is a perfection. So if there is a one defect, then it cannot be called perfection. So that's why when whatever parami we fulfill, at that time we have to be careful not to have any defect. Okay, number 2 is dataja sakaja karita, having done respectfully. So we should do when we fulfill perfections, even do a very small amount, small effort we make, but we have to do it respectfully. So adara, okay, adara bahumana yogina. Adara means respect, and bahumana, bahu means many, mana. No, mana does not mean consent here. Mana means reverence or love. Okay, without respect and without we should not do fulfill perfections irrespectfully. Okay, but we should fulfill perfections respectfully, even whatever case. So in the case of a you can see that the example of the rabbit as a Bodhisatta, when he was born as a rabbit, then so the king of the day would describe himself as a Brahmin who is in need of a food. Then so he go to the rabbit, and then rabbit eat the grass. Okay, so but the Brahmin don't eat the grass. So that's why he say, okay, my food is not proper for you. Okay, then but also I don't have any other food which is proper for you. So what I have is only my life, my physical body. So that's why I will offer my flesh. Okay. So before he do that, before he enter into the heap of fire, what he asks is uh, he take precepts. Okay. He firstly take the precept. So they take he firstly they because so dana having dana we do having observe the sila. Okay, that is very more powerful. Okay, more perfect. So we do, sometimes we do dana without observing sila. That also will produce a result, but it may not be as effective as the dana with the sila. Okay, so that is also very much exemplary. So he trying to make it fulfill perfections respectfully and also with a great reverence. So that also very important point. Whenever we fulfill perfections, we have to do it respectfully. Okay. So large or small amount or effort doesn't matter. We have to appreciate. It means we have to appreciate our action. Some people, they do perfections. They observe a sila. Also, they try to be patient, Kandi Parami, and so on. But they don't appreciate much their effort, their action. So that is not good. Okay, whatever, maybe even though large or small, it doesn't matter. We have to appreciate our effort, our action. So that is important point. And then another important point is the Sadacha Karita, making with incredible perseverance. Okay, Sadacha Karita, Nirandara Yogina. So being with no interruption. Time I fulfill perfections, okay, but I will take a rest and then next day I will not, and then after 1 month I will fulfill perfection again, like that. So as if you are a bodhisattva, we have to fulfill perfections without any interruption, okay, without any interruption. So continuously. Okay, also whatever problem or difficulty we have, we don't fail to fulfill perfections. Okay, that they got incredible perseverance. So that is number 3. Number 3 feather, and then number 4 is the Chira Kaladi Yoga. Okay, doing for a long time. Yeah. Andara awasana abajanena. Okay, andara awasana abajanena. So without stopping, in between. Okay, without stopping, in between. So without interruption, it means without interruption also, we have to do it not for a short time, but for a long time. So as you know that Bodhisatta has to fulfill to attain the Buddhahood at the least for 4 incalculable, they call it asankheya, and then 100,000 1 cycles. So long, okay, duration is so long, that is at the least. So another type of the Bodhisatta, he fulfilled 8 asankheya, 100,000 1 cycle. Another types of the Bodhisatta fulfill 60, okay, 16 1 set, 16 incalculable asankheya and 100,000 1 cycles. So long duration. So throughout this time, we have to fulfill without any interruption. So that's why it needs great effort. To become a Buddha is become very, very or extremely difficult. Okay. For us also, sometimes we make a schedule. Okay, this time I wake up morning, maybe 5 p.m., 5 a.m., and then I start to read, reading for 1 hour, and then after that, maybe breakfast time and so on. After that, the teaching, we make a schedule, but we are it is difficult for us to follow as planned. So for the Bodhisatta, he made a plan like our Bodhisatta, starting from the life of the Sumeda, he made a plan. Okay, I will fulfill perfections one after another. So in the very beginning, so and also I will fulfill all of them. So whenever there is a condition. So in this way, he make a plan. So from the life of the Sumeda up to the life of Vasandara, he fulfilled without any interruption. So also for long duration. So also whenever he make a fulfill perfection, he do it respectfully, and also he do it without any without any defect. Okay, so that is the way how to fulfill perfections. Okay, so we have to remember these four kinds of effort. The four kinds of effort in fulfilling perfections. Every perfection we fulfill. Then number 9, how long? So how long it should be fulfilled? Here mentioned for a 16 asankhya and 100,000 eons. Okay. So this is up to the Panyadika, Saddadika, Viriyadika, like that. If the Bodhisatta is uh, his preference is wisdom, so some Bodhisatta their preference is effort. Some Bodhisatta their preference is Saddha, faith. So according to their preference, the duration may be longer than the others. So that is the number 9. 10 perfections should be fulfilled for 4 asankhya's and 100,000 eons, or 8 asankhya and 100,000 eons, and also 16 asankhya and 100,000 eons. So that is for the Buddha, okay, Buddha. So for those who are who want to become a Vajika Buddha, silent Buddha. Silent Buddha, it doesn't mean he keep all the time silent. So people translate Vajika Buddha as a silent Buddha. So because I think it's they interpreted that word, they use that word because so Vajika Buddha don't make other people to attain the enlightenment. Okay, to attain the arahant. Because he breathed, but the one thing is he breathed the Dhamma for the not for the attainment of a Megapala Nibbana, noble path and fruition, and also liberation, but he breathed the Dhamma for the Dana, Sila, and so on. So to become a virtuous person or moral person and so on, he can preach. That's why if we interpret it as silent Buddha, it may not be 100% correct. So that's why they say separate Buddha. Some people they interpret as a separate Buddha. Pajika is a separate. So but for the Pajika Buddha, also they have to fulfill perfections. And also for the Egasawaka. Egasawaka is like a Banuva Sari Buddha and Banuva Moggallana, very great disciple of the Buddha. Okay. So for them also they need to fulfill perfections. Mahasawaka, 80 great disciples also they have to fulfill perfections. So these are very important. For them also they have their separate durations. Okay. So but for the other Pagati Sawaka, so we need to fulfill perfections, but not so anisansa is a benefit. Anisansa, and here number 10 is anisansa, number 11 is the phala. Number anisansa, the result, phala, consequences. Okay, anisansa and phala, they do that. I will talk about at the end of the all paramis. Okay, so this These are the point common to all paramis. Okay. So today we better go roughly to the Sila. Ana Sila. Okay. So every day, one thing we have to remember regarding the Parami is every day we study Parami, we have to know four things. One is what is characteristic of Dana, Sila, Nikama, Panya, and so on. So here, regarding the Sila, Silana Lakana. So Silana, maybe we may not understand what is Silana. So then commentator explain Sammadhana. Silana is out to guide. Number one is a Sammadhana, to put together well. And then Padaitabana, to cause to set up. So Samadhana means what? To put or to keep our physical body and then bowel movement, physical and bowel manners together in a composed manner. So if we don't keep precept, we will do what we like. Okay, we will make a movement of our hands, our legs, our physical parts of physical body. So without any discipline. Okay, but with the by undertaking the precepts, okay, we don't move our hand to kill, to harm any other beings, and then to steal others' property. And also, even we don't move our jaws to speak wrong, to speak false words. Okay, so in that case, with the help of the Sila, we are able to keep our parts of the physical body as well as our verbal actions in a composed manner. That is called Samadhana. And then another thing is the Padaitabana, to help. It is Sila helps other wholesome mental states, other higher uh, uh, spiritual states to be set up. Okay, because if Padaitabana is up at the base, is up at the cup. So if you have a cup, on the cup we can fill up with the water. So also, so with the Sila, so then higher meritorious deeds we can do. So for example, with the help of the Sila, there is what the Samadhi, meditation, concentration meditation or insight meditation, we can develop very well. And then with the help of the sharp concentration or deep, profound concentration, then we can understand things very well. So that is Panya. Okay. So on the basis of a Sila, then Samadhi Panya can be set up. So that's why it is called Padaitabana Lakkhana. Okay. So Silana Lakkhana is up to guide. One thing is putting things together very well. And also another thing is setting up a higher spiritual status. That's why in the Visuddhimagga, very famous Sutta, so it is exposition on the one verse. Okay, as you all know that Visuddhimagga, Bhanuga Buddha Gosa explained only one verse. Okay, he tried to make a very big book and also explain very much in detail. That verse is what Sile Padithaya Naro. Okay, Sile Padithaya Naro Sabanyo. So having or standing on the basis of a morality. Okay, we have to develop concentration, and also we have to develop a wisdom. In this way, we can be liberated from the very, very complicated world. So that is very evident that Sila serve or morality serve as the foundation or as the basis for the higher spiritual status. That is Samadhi and Panya. So Sila has such a nature, very good. So we are very lucky to observe the Sila, to take the precept, and also to observe the Sila. Because with the help of the Sila, we can keep our physical parts of the body calm and composed without any violation, without giving any harm to anyone. So because of Sila, okay, and also it helps us to establish concentration. Because whenever we remember our Sila, purity of our Sila, so suppose today you keep 5 precepts, okay, the whole day your precept is pure. When you reflect on your precepts, oh, I found my precept very pure. Even I don't move my hand in order to kill any other being or in order to harm any other being. So you will be very much appreciated. Okay, piti, okay, joy arises. Okay, because of this Sila, you feel very joyful, and then if we contemplate on the joy, so then there you can have a concentration. Then your concentration getting stronger and stronger. Then you can even see my joy also not permanent. It does not last forever. Then in this way, it can lead to the liberation from the all kinds of suffering. So that's why Sila is also very profound and very helpful for the people to keep. And also, that's why here the Bodhisatta see Sila Parami as the second perfection, okay, after the Dhamma, because the Dhamma had this Sila had the function of destroying wickedness, okay, being wicked. Okay, being wicked is called Sila. So no more. He or she become an immoral person. Suppose if we kill, steal, tell a lie, and then destroy others' family, and so on. So other that we become what Sila. So whose Sila is a broken, with a broken Sila. That's why he is a wicked person. So, but by keeping precept, you destroy the wickedness, okay? Wicked mind as well as the wicked state. That is the function of a Sila. And then, Anawaja rasa. Then another point is Anawaja, blameless, okay? If so long as you keep a precept, you are not blameworthy. The people may praise, okay? So that is the function, function of a Sila. So if we keep precept, you also understand I'm a blameless, I'm a not blameworthy person, because you don't find yourself any fault in terms of the speech, in terms of the bodily action. So that is a very good happiness. That's why in one sutta the Buddha explained that they call Ananaya Sutta. So the Buddha enumerated 4 kinds of bliss. One bliss is Anawaja Sukha. Okay, Anawaja Sukha. If we keep precept, we ourselves knows, okay, I'm a virtuous, so I don't break any rules, any moral rules. My morality is very pure. Then that is very blissful. We will appreciate ourselves. Problem nowadays is people pay to appreciate ourselves. So maybe I don't appreciate myself. Maybe you also don't appreciate yourself. So that's a very important point. If we are not able to appreciate ourselves, then we cannot go further. Okay? We cannot make more progress because we don't appreciate. So that's why trying to appreciate. It is called mudita. Okay, mudita. So if we cannot appreciate ourselves, it will be very, very difficult to appreciate others as well. Okay. So every day we will find a fault. Okay, every day we find a fault finding Bhante. Again. So, but the Sila at that time, Sila is very good. If we keep a Sila morality, or if we become a virtuous, then we reflect on it, then we find no blame, no fault, no shortcomings regarding our physical body and speech. Then we appreciate ourselves. So that is very blissful. And also that makes ourselves better and also make progress in our life, as well as we can be uh, with that we can what establish a self-confidence. Okay, if we don't appreciate ourselves, then we have a no confidence, okay, on our life, on our activity, on our capability, and so on. So that's why Sila makes what people blameless, as well as Sila makes appreciate themselves, and also Sila helps you establish self-confidence. So that's why one of the benefit of a Sila is that if you are virtuous, wherever or whatever audience you go, you go with a confidence. You have a, because you know yourself, there is no fault, no blame, nothing to be blamed regarding your morality. So that is one of the function of a sila. Then another one is sojeya pachupathana. Okay, sojeya means suchi. Suchi means pure, purity. Sojeya, state of being pure, is called purity. Purity. So whenever you remember your morality, your physical actions and verbal actions, then you don't harm anyone. So that's why it appears, sila appear as a purity of actions. Okay, purity of actions. So that it manifests in our mind, and why sila is there. Proximate cause. The proximate cause of a sila is a moral shame and moral dread. Hiri or dabba, very important in our life. And so if we have a no moral shame and no moral dread, so the world become a very dangerous. Okay? That's why the Buddha said these two are called Loka Bala Dhamma. Loka Bala, guardian of the world. Guardian mental entities of the world. So in one so that in the Idivodaka Bali, the Buddha explained there. So people without moral shame and moral dread, no longer different with any other animals. Okay, so any other animals like a dog, a cat, and so on, they also don't have such a thing. They have no differentiation between parents and children and so on. So also, if we are without moral shame and moral dread, there will be no limitations. The big problem. The world will be very much chaotic. So that's why Hiri Dabba very important. Hiri Odabba. So with the help of the hiri, with the help of the oddabba, moral shame and moral dread, we observe a precept. Okay, so that is very important point. The hiri oddabba, shame and dread. Some people, and they are very shameful to talk. That is not real shame. So they are not shameful to speak in a public. They are very dreadful to speak in a public and so on, to go somewhere, somewhere. So that is not the real shame and real dread. It is not encouraged. Yeah. So moral shame and moral dread here means being shameful to do wrong thing, being shameful to kill any other living being, okay? Being shameful to tell a lie. That's why we don't tell a lie. Okay. Sometimes we respect to another people. Okay. For example, do out of respect to our lineage, to our clan. He or she belong to this family, that family, never tell a lie. So out of respect to our family, to our lineage, so also we don't we observe a sila. Sometimes also out of respect to the world, okay, so we observe the sila. So that is what the moral shame and moral dress are very important proximate cause for the observance of the sila. So what I tell you here is the sila. Just now I tell you is about the Vareda sila. Don'ts. We don't, 5 precepts we say, don't kill, don't steal, don't commit sexual misconduct, and also don't tell a lie, don't drink alcoholic or narcotic drinks and drugs. So like that. So that are don'ts. Okay, Vareda sila, not to do. So another sila is we have do's. That they go Jarita sila. Duties. Okay, we have a duties. So duties are to be fulfilled. Okay. Sila, the Buddha, that's why I explained. Sila is all 2 kinds. Duties as do's and don'ts. We can simply say Charita Sila and Varita Sila. So failure to do what should be done is also a problem. Okay. If we fail to do what should be done. For example, as a parents, they have to nurture their children. Okay, that is the duty. That is that is duties. Okay, Sanandana Dhamma, Asian Dhamma. Okay, Asian Dhamma. So we have to follow. So if we fail to do, then big problem. So if we are not dutiful, then big problem. Irresponsible. That's why. So the Buddha is Charita Sila. So don't fail to do what should be done. Okay, what should be done. That day also, what if you fail, then it is we cannot be recognized as a virtuous person or moral person. So another one is what doing what should not be done. Okay, so that they go Vareda Sila. So you should not do, that is prohibited. Okay, not to do. So that is Vareda Sila. So both of Sila we should be fulfilled. Otherwise, even though we refrain from the, we keep precept, but we are not dutiful son, we are not dutiful daughter to our parents, then it is not good. As I told you before, we are trying to fulfill perfections, but with a defect. Defect is there. Only some people, they are very dutiful to take care of their parents, but they kill other beings, they cheat other beings, other people. That they also in one side it is good, but in the other, on the other side, it is not good, that they got defect. So as a Buddhist people, we have to understand or Charita and Vareda. Both of them belong to Sila. Okay, we have to prove it, both of them. So out of respect, okay, out of moral shame and moral dread. Suppose if you are a rich person or you can take care parents, but you don't do, so you were not feel safe, okay, because we know ourselves. I'm a not dutiful son. I'm a not responsible uh, children to my parents, or I'm a not responsible person to my community or to my country, and so on. So that is also what the moral shame. So out of moral shame, out of moral dread, we trying to observe a sila. So that's why Piri in Odabba, moral shame and moral dread serve as the proximate cause for the sila to be fulfilled. So sila parami. So the number 2 is sila jasaya daya dosile dosa dasa we know hodoa. That's it. We have a inclination to what? That they go what the Pajaya may cause. Why do we fulfill perfections? The cause is perfection of a morality, that we have an inclination toward the morality to be virtuous. Okay? We incline ourselves to be virtuous because, and also we see dangers in being wicked. So those sila, dosa, those sila, dosa, dasa, we know. We see dangers in being wicked. Okay, so that's why Sila, Parami, Samadeva, Paripurindi. So the very simple reason. So one is we love Sila, and also another point is we don't like to Sila. Okay, we don't like ourselves to be wicked person. Rather, we like to be a virtuous person. So that inclination is very important. If we don't have, we have to cultivate. Okay, we have to make it happen. And then if we have to nurture it. And also we have to strengthen such a good inclination. Otherwise, okay, even though we don't fulfill, we don't observe a sila, it's no problem. The problem, very important in our life is the money. If we rich, we can do everything. Some people may think like that. So that is very not very harmful idea to the society, to the community, to the world. So in this regard, we have some discussion about what is sila. Some people sila as a what? Duty. Okay, sila is a duty. It is a must to be observed. Some people they said the sila is a rights, like a human rights. The sila is a rights or sila is a duty. What do you think? So please, you may consider yourself. So for the Buddhist people, once you take a refuge in the triple gem, like a Buddha, Saranang, Gacchami. I have a Buddha as a refuge, Dhamma, Sangha as a refuge. So once we take that refuge in the triple gem, we have a duty to observe the 5 precepts, right? So because you become a member, right? You become a member of that society. So in that society, there are duties to be fulfilled. That is the 5 precepts. So in this regard. So for the monks also, for the novice as well, once we are ordained, we receive ordination, then we are we are obliged to uh, 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 observe for the months to do 227 rules in brief. In this sense, it is a God duty. Right? Sila is a duty, or Sila is a rights. Right? Maybe some scholar interpret that the Sila is a duty. So, duty is something to be fulfilled without any failure. So, whether you like it or not, you have to fulfill. That is the sense of a duty. Rights means that you may use or you may not use. Some people they say, Sila is a rights, I can use or I cannot use, it doesn't matter. But as a human being, we belong to this world as a member of a human society, human community, human race. Then, as a human being, we have a duty not to kill any other human being, right? So that is a human duty. So also not to steal any other's property. Okay. So also not to tell a lie, not to take others' wife, others' children, and so on. So illegally. So and also not to take a drinks, alcoholic and narcotic drinks and drugs. So these are duties for a human being. Okay. So in this way, we can understand that some people they say, Sila, if I'm free, I will take a precepts. If I'm not free, okay. In this way, it is discouraging to to observe the precept. But if we change the concept that the Sila is a duty, it is a must. We have to fulfill. We have to observe. So by keeping this precept, we are making a lot of contribution to the world, because we don't harm any other beings. Okay, rather we are helping other beings to alive. Okay, to be alive and also to be prosperous. So if we steal others' property, then they they will no longer be prosperous. Okay, their property decrease and so on. So that's why by keeping precept, we are not only helping other beings, not only helping ourselves, but also helping other beings as well. So it became because of Sila, we can be regarded as a civilized citizen or responsible citizens of the world. So that is something about the Sila. Then number 3 is not difficult. Satta Kala Vikap. Defining pattern. So when we observe a precept, so if we keep a precept or Sila, if we try to be virtuous, then don't think, as a Bodhisatta, don't think about the time. Don't think about the beings, okay? Because of this being, this person, I keep precept. Or because of that person, I keep precept. Don't think about that. Then if we think, big problem, it can define our precepts. Because Sila not depend on any discrimination. So without having any discrimination, we have to keep the precepts. So suppose some people they say, oh, because it is a chicken, that's why I don't keep precept. I can kill like that. So if we think like that, it is thinking with a sort of discrimination. That discrimination is a kind of defining factor for the perfection of morality. Another thing is the time. Any time, again, not only morning time, afternoon, maybe even at the night, you can keep a precept. If we wait for the time, so from this time to that time, I don't kill. After that, I will kill. Then that is, even though there is a, or what, can be called as a keeping precept, but it become not perfect. Okay, so as I explained you before, so without any limitation, so we have to fulfill perfections. So here also, if we are going to fulfill the Sila Parami, the Sila as a perfection, then we should not have any regard to any beings in time. So, but if we just want to keep a precept, so timely precept also we have. So we take a precept for the limited time. At that time also we have to remember that maybe 1 hour we keep precept. Then that 1 hour is very productive for our moral life. Okay, it means we accumulate the whole karma within 1 hour. Okay, so here what I'm talking about is about the Bodhisatta. Bodhisatta's practice. That's why as a Bodhisatta we should not have any time limit or being limit. Without having any discrimination, we have to fulfill Sila Parami. If we have a sort of thought about the time and being, then that can be defining pattern for the Sila Parami. Okay, so without this kind of a thought about the beings and time, so we are we will not be obstructed by the craving and so on. Then that is what the purifying fetters for the Sila Parami. Okay. Then next one is number 4. Kayadi dosa wenka pagamato, departure from the bodily wrongdoing and being crooked. Nowadays, crooked, the word crooked is a very famous in America. So, got Trump, former President Trump, he used repeatedly the word crooked. So, departure from the bodily wrongdoing and being crooked, that is lobhadi patibakam. So, Sila is the opposite to the greed, etc. Because so out of lobha, out of dosa, out of greed and hatred, delusion, and so on, we will make a bodily wrongdoing, and also we will tell a lie, and we will cheat, and so on. We will deceive other beings. So that's why the opposite to the Sila Parami, or the Sila Parami is opposite to the Lobha, Dosa, Moha, Mana, etc. So these are greed, hatred, and delusion, and also conceit. So that they make wrongdoing to happen physically and verbally. So number 5 is a Saddhana Jivita, Sabadiya, Dhara, Rakha, Abhida Piya, Hida Vajana, Vihinsadi, Karanani. Okay, this is what? This is the cause to protect the life. So Sila, okay, by keeping precept or by protecting others' life, and then by protecting the word of others, and also the spouse of the others, and also by talking no divisive words, then by being beneficial, hida vajana, okay, by expressing the beneficial words, and also by being harmless, we can fulfill perfections of a morality. So then the question here is how can we fulfill perfections of a morality? Perfections of a morality can be fulfilled by protecting life. Okay, we don't kill other beings. That means we protect others' life. We don't steal others' property. That means we protect others' wealth and so on. So that is how to practice. Okay, then the last point, the remaining are the same thing. Okay, that is something about the Sila, Parami, Dana, Sila. And then let's go to the Nikama Parami. Nikama Parami. Okay, so Nikama and Nikama is different. Again, Nikama refers to the person who renounce and I. Nikama is a renunciation. So that's why Bali word, correct Bali word is a Nikama Parami. Okay, perfections of a renunciation, to renounce the world. So here means Kama Doja, Bhava Doja, Nikamana Lakana. It has a characteristic of a going out of sensual pleasures in life. So Nikama renunciation is nothing but the giving up sensual pleasures and also our life. Our life, it doesn't mean that we give up our life, but the existence, okay? Human existence, we have no attachment to the human existence, Deva or Brahma existence. Also, we have no attachment to the condition we currently have. So suppose you have you establish a household life. So wife is there, children are there, parents and grandparents are there. Okay, big family. We have a family ties, duties and responsibilities. We have a lot of bondage. So we go out of that bondage, cut off these kind of a bondage of family ties and bondage. So that is what Bhava. Okay. So and all that is characteristic of the Nekhamma Parami. So for the Bodhisatta, so maybe if we study the many existence of the Bodhisatta story, then some of the Bodhisatta, even they didn't get married. Okay, they didn't get married before they got married. They renounced the world. So some of the Bodhisatta, after they got married, and also they have a country and so on, many other things. So only after that they renounce the world. So that in Myanmar we go what the Lubyo Payalo. Lubyo is what maybe we can simply say virgin. So as a virgin, so he go out of the house. He renounced. He gave up all the property that belonged to him. So that sort of kind also have. So some people they already got married and also got a children, family, big family. The only after that he want to live alone. Okay. So after that he renounced the world. So which one is more difficult? After getting married or before getting married, they renounce the world. So according to the Athasalini, Athagata, it is said that renouncing the world after getting married is more difficult. Renouncing the world for the unmarried person, for the person who is not yet married, single. So as a single, he renounced the world. That is not much bondage for him, not much worry for the people he left behind. But for those who already got married and children and so on, so then for them it looks more difficult to renounce. So anyway, here the characteristic of renunciation is to go out of a sensual pleasures and existence. Okay, and also we have to neglect. Okay, the door is we Mukha neglect. We have to be able to neglect then or ignore them. Only then we will be. It is the function. Okay, function of a nekama parami. Pachupatthana. Tato what is Tata Dinawa Vibhavana Rasa. The function of it, Sila Parami is a sediment of their danger. Okay. Their existence become a danger to any individual who want to renounce the world. So the existence of a wife and children or family ties and responsibility appear to be danger to him. So that is the function of a nekama parami. And then it manifests, nekama parami manifests as ignoring or neglecting all the possessions and possessions in the household life. And then why we urgency, sense of urgency. We got a sense of urgency. So samvega means sometimes it is we are afraid of. We are afraid of a danger. That's why we run away from the danger. So that is also one of the things. Another thing is that may not be good reason, good cause for the perfection of a nekama parami. We are not running. Those who become a monks are not running because of the out of fear to the sensual pleasures, and also out of fear to the household life. Okay, so but through out of understanding, sense of urgency means out of understanding the danger and also being disturbance to the spiritual progress. So with this understanding, they go out of a household life. They renounce sensual pleasures they have. So that is called Samvega Bhadatthana. Proximate cause for the fulfillment of perfection of renunciation is Samvega. We should got it. We should have a sense of urgency. It means we see the danger, and then we see the disturbance for the spiritual liberation. So, and then the other two, number two is not difficult, understandable. Then number three, Kama Bhava, Tadupa Samesu, Avi Rati, and so on, being delightful thought in the sensual pleasures in life. And the delightful thought in allaying them, that is Sankilesa. There can be something that can defy our Nekama Parami. So that is, if we have a delightful thought in the sensual pleasures in life, so enough ability, okay, we find delight in the sensual pleasure, then we will not be able to renounce the world. And also, if we are not delightful to live alone, to live in seclusion without them, so at that time also it become a defiling factor. Then another one is a yatha, that is okay, being unheard by craving, etc. Because of the we have a no delight, okay, in the sensual pleasures in life. So that's why even though we are we are living in a seclusion from freeing from the sensual pleasures and household life. So our mind is not hard. We feel no heart by the craving. The craving, because there is no craving. So that is the purity of the Nekama Parami. And opposite, what is opposite to Nekama Parami is Kama Sukha, okay, sensual pleasure. And also Barubhagada, harming the others. Ada Gilamata, Sabdocha. So refraining from them, because the Nekama Parami, if we go out of the world, then it means that we are free from enjoyment of a sensual pleasure, and also we are free from harming the others, as well as we don't harm ourselves. Self-torture. That's why it is opposite to Nekama Parami is opposite to these three triple fault. Okay, triple fault. Nekamena Sadhana Amisa Padigaya. So how to fulfill Nekama Parami? So that is because we renounce the world, we have no business at all. So we have to accept the material support from the other beings. So that by going for alms or by collecting food and so on, that is one way. The way to survive, the way to practice. And at the same time, we have a duty to share Dhamma knowledge with the other. So in this way, we have to fulfill Nekama Parami. Okay. Nekama Parami, then Banya Parami, wisdom. Banya Parami, wisdom is, okay, I will go just roughly. The wisdom, as you see, wisdom, and here I will highlight the difference between Sanya and Banya. Sanya is a perception. We perceive only what? Only what we perceive is only Samudhi Sajja, conventional truth. Okay? Conventional truth also truth. So we perceive the conventional truth with the Sanya. We perceive ultimate truth with the wisdom. Okay? Paramattha Sajja, what really exists. Suppose the human beings, the monks, and nuns, okay, monasteries, a house, a car, and so on. These are conventionally truth. So if we say, or if we perceive, that is sanya. So knowing through the sanya perception. So knowing through the wisdom or banya parami, perfection of wisdom is not that one. That to understand the real nature of the real nature of the Dhamma of the thing. Okay, so what really exists in the world is a nama, rupa, and so on. Okay, rupa, vedana, sanya, sankhara, vijnana. They are what really exists. Okay, so in that case, so that sort of brahmata satya, ultimate truth, can be seen, can be understood by fulfilling Panya Parami. Okay, not the Sanya Parami. Okay, Panya Parami is there. That's why here characteristic is a penetrating understanding of the nature. Okay, so or the banya is the thought of the I and mind. So long as we have that sort of idea that I and mind, okay, then my body, my life, my country, and so on, then that is defining for the perfection of wisdom. That conceals, that covers the ultimate truth. Okay, suppose you look at your body in the mirror, then so long as you see, yeah, definitely you will see yourself. But the one thing with the Banya Parami, it is encouraged to see the composition. That body is composition of the mind and body. Okay, mentality and materiality, they are constantly rising and dissolving. Nothing to behold as I or my property and so on. So only then that will be Panya Parami. So for the Bodhisatta, okay, if you are fulfilling Bodhisatta, then what you have to do is we have to acquire knowledge as much as possible. Okay, don't regard whether it is a low or high knowledge. It doesn't matter. Whatever knowledge you come across, available, accessible to you, we have to study. We have to know cause and effect, advantage and disadvantage, and so on. And also the way how to apply. So only then you can be helpful to the others. Okay, and if we are not so sure about, then we have to ask, or we have to attend the classes and so on. So in this way we can sharpen the perfection of wisdom. Then next one is we go to the effort, perfection of the effort. So making endeavor, relentless effort we have to make. So it is supportive. Okay, it is supportive for the any other mentalities and mentalities to be able to make an effort, and also it will appear in our mind as a willingness. We are willing to make effort. So also why we make an effort here, because of the sense of urgency as well. Okay, sense of urgency means urgent. Sometimes we encounter with a tiger, a very dangerous animal. So then we feel that there is danger. Then we make an effort to run away, to escape from them. So that is also Vidya, because it happened because of we make an effort because of the samvega. Okay, one of the samvega is Chetodara Sabaya, the danger, or fear from the danger. So, but here in the case of a Viriya Parami, we, as explained in the Nekama Parami, we have to have a sense of urgency about the danger of what? About the danger of life, about the danger of sensual pleasures, and so on. So with this understanding, we make a more effort. Suppose we make an effort to do dana. Okay, we make an effort to do dana because we know that if we have a no dana, we are very reluctant to share our things and properties with other beings. So our suffering, okay, our poor poverty will be longer. So that's why in order to be out of poverty, then we share. So that means misery, machariya, make ourselves poor. Understanding the danger, okay, reflecting karma is a result. We have a sense of urgency, then we make an effort to offer and so on. So in this way, Viriya Parami can be fulfilled. So one opposite for the Viriya Parami is laziness. Okay, we have to know the danger and the laziness. Knowing the danger and the laziness is very important. So sometimes we think, oh, lazy is better, lazy is easy. Yeah. So lazy lead you easiness. So if you think like that, then big problem. So you have to see the danger and laziness. Only then your mind will be inclined to make an effort. And also lino dacha vikaba sangileso. So thought of sluggishness and restlessness. Okay. So if we have a if we feel sometimes we feel very reluctant to do good things, that is a kind of defining factor for the Viriya Parami. So also restless mind. Our mind is not concentrated on one point, and also being restless. Okay. So at that time, that will be a sort of the defining pattern for the Viriya Parami. So Alina, so we have to make it by means of initiative attempt to free from the sluggishness and restlessness, that is Patipaka opposite to. So with the Viriya Parami, what we can do is unshakable attempt in endeavor. Okay, we have to make it unshakable attempt in endeavor, so for the goodness of the or other being. So because Viriya is a relentless effort, so not only to make a dana, sila, and so on, what is the good, what is exemplary for the other beings, we should not give up. Okay, so to give up is only those who are what who are very weak in the mentality. So those who are virtuous and very strong in mind, they never give up. Okay, they go forward. Okay, they move forward. So that is the Viriya nature of the Viriya Parami. So that Viriya Parami is very obvious in the case of a Mahajanaka story. So in the ocean, so he swam for 7 days without giving up any one of his effort. Then regarding the Kandi Parami, I think you may refer back another talk, previous talk about the Kandi Parami. I will share this slide with you, and you are both pleasant and unpleasant one. So whatever pleasant and unpleasant one, we have to be patient. Okay, Kandi Parami. So mostly it is that Kandi Parami is only being patient to those who do something unpleasant to us. Okay, but the Buddha here mentioned that Aitha Naitha Sahana Lakkhana, okay, Kamana Lakkhana, patience, and also Aitha Naitha Sahana Rasa. The function is not only to endure something unpleasant to us, but also even pleasant to us. Even when pleasant things happen to us, we should not let greed arise, attachment arise. We have to be patient, okay, in that case as well. This is also, adivasana means acceptance. We have to accept whatever good or bad things with the unshakable mind. So avirodhana, without going against, so that is come to us, whatever the world give us, whatever we encounter in our life, we don't go against. In this way, that is Kandi Parami manifests in our mind. So Vadadhana means seeing things as they really are. So because if we fail to see things as they really are, then there can be a big problem. Okay, so we cannot be patient because the thing in the world, what is happening and they really are is they are just a process. Okay, according to the ultimate sense, they are just a process of mentality, materiality, nothing to be held as I or mine or you are or yours, you or yours, right? But in our conventional sense, if we see, then we hold it as I or my property. He make me wrong, or he made danger to me, and so on. That is not the Yatha Buddha Dasana. Not seeing as they are, but seeing as we like. Sometimes we see things as we like. So there's a big problem. It can lead to the impatience. So if we see things as they really are, everything, whatever happened, no problem, no effect to us. Okay, that Kandi Parami. Okay, Sajja Parami, yeah, here, truthfulness. Honesty is a very important here. Truthfulness. Here, Sajja Parami, we were, as a Bodhisatta, he uttered the truthful words. Okay, he became a truthful to himself, to the everybody. So he never tell a lie. Sajja Parami, because of unshakable Sajja Parami, he he escaped from the many dangers, right? So that is a good point. So when we encounter some problem in our life, very difficult to solve, even life-threatening, then in that case, we have to rely on the Sajja, okay, Sajja Parami, truthfulness. So it may be good or bad, it doesn't matter. The matter is it should be truth, okay? So that in that case, if we are really honest to the truth, then its power is so strong. Okay, that's why it can help us to be liberated from the very miserable conditions. So, like a bodhisattva, as a very young bird, he uh, he cannot fly, and he cannot run, and also he has a parents. They run away because of the forest fire. Then he make this word as a sajja. Okay, so what he said is that Sandipaka Abadana. I have a wings but I could not fly. Sandibada Awanjana. I have a legs but I cannot go. Madhavidaja Nikanda. My parents, I have a parents as well, but they ran away. So that's why please stop forest fire because of this power of the truthfulness. Okay, so he was liberated from the from the life-threatening danger. So also, Bodhisattva throughout his life, one point is he is really, really honest. He never tell a lie. So telling a lie is very dangerous to the society. So those who tell a lie can do every bad things. The Buddha explained to the Rahula. Okay, that's why Rahula, don't tell a lie. Those who tell a lie can do every bad things. So no bad thing remain there for him that he could not do. That's why we have to fulfill Sajja Parami, Kandi Sajja Adhaitana Parami, resolution. We make a determination. Okay, we make a determination. It means we have to keep a hope. Hope. Don't lose your hope. It means don't give up. So trying to keep a hope. So this hope, so long as the hope, or in America it is a dream. So keep your dream alive. So long as you keep your dream alive, everything becomes possible. So also here, Adhaitana Parami is such sort of thing. So for the Sajja Parami also there they say in America, in every country mostly, if they become a president or prime minister, they have to make a what? They have to take an oath. They have to take an oath. So that it means that they should be truthful to their duty. So Adhaitana Parami is a dream or resolution or hope. Is determined to become a Buddha. That's why he keep his dream to be a Buddha alive, unshakable. Okay, if it become unshakable, so only then whatever condition we encounter in our life. So we will be able to overcome easily. Okay, with the if our dreams are alive, or if we keep our adhana alive, then metta parami very obvious and very common knowledge for everyone. So hidagara body lagan. So if you have a metta, it means don't keep don't try to see disagreeable point from other being. Okay, agreeable point. So sadhana manaba bhava dasana pradana. No one is a perfect in the world, right? As we human beings or every being, they are not perfect in every perspective. So if we find a fault, you will only see the fault. So for those who want to fulfill perfections or the metta, loving kindness, very important point is we have to find the agreeable point or the other. Okay, not the fault. We should not find a fault. So long as you find a fault, you cannot love any other. you cannot develop a loving kindness towards any other being, even to your parents. Suppose our parents are very, very grateful to us. So some children, they try to find a fault even to their parents. Then big problem. So that's why to develop a loving kindness, it is very important to find agreeable point, goodness of any other beings. So for even we can find a goodness of a tree. Okay, they provide a oxygen, and also they provide a shelter, and so on. That's why they are grateful to us. So in this way, everyone, even in an enemy, we can find a good point. So then we can develop. If we can find a good point, then we can find what we will be able to develop a loving kindness. Then the last point is the upekha parami, equanimity. Equanimity is you can see to have not to be affected. Okay, not to, sometimes they people misunderstand upekha like ignorance or neglect, ignore. So ignorance is not a upekha. Told some people they ignore everything, but the upekha is not ignorance, but remain unshakable with the pleasant and unpleasant things. Okay, and also whatever pleasant thing happen also remain unaffected. Whatever unpleasant thing happen also, if he or she remain unaffected. Okay, that is but he is ready to move forward. Okay, ready to move forward. That is ubekha. So to be able to do so, what do we have to do? The very proximate cause is reflecting on karmas as one's own. Okay, karmas gada pachawakana badathana. We have to reflect on our own karma. Okay, we are owner of our own karma. Okay, whatever we have done, we accumulate in this life. Whatever good thing happened to us, it is the result of a good karma in a previous life. Whatever bad thing, it is a bad result of bad karma accumulated in the previous existences. In this way, we are inheritance to our own karma, like that. So that in that sort of mentality, idea we have, then that is a very proximate cause for the ubekha parami to rise. Majjada gara bhavati. So the ubekhaya nesa upakara, and abhagara. Okay, abhagara is vikara napati. Very important point in our life is that people, even though we are very good to them, they don't, they sometimes they insult or they disregard, even they defy us, they make a little, they make us a little. So at that time also we should be able to remain the same. And when they say, oh, I was very good to them, but they are not very good to me. And they, if we have a such a mind, who become response, it doesn't matter. Whether their response is good or bad, we remain the same, unshakable. So that is the way in which we have to develop ubeka. So then the result of this practice of 10 Parami. So I'm sorry that I have to run up and also overtime overtime many to finish all the Parami, and also may not be so much detail about the remaining Parami. So, but I think if it's a good beginning for you to study more about the Parami. So this Dhamma Parami, by the ultimate result of a Dhamma Parami is to become a Buddha. Okay, Anisansapala. So as to become at the very very last life or throughout the life, Bodhisatta exceed other people, other beings in terms of life, okay, longevity, in terms of color, appearance, height, or every perspective. So you may see every life the Buddha, Bodhisatta was born, he was born even though in a animal life, he became the king because of the paramis he fulfilled. And also, even though he was born as an animal, uh, he is still intelligent, more intelligent than sometimes the people as well, right? So these are the results. And finally, at the end of the perfection of the Bodhisatta, then he became the Buddha, and the extremely perfect person, okay, the highest, the supreme enlightened person in the world. So that is the Anisansa and Phala or the Parami. So I sum up in brief. So it is very interesting about this Parami. So for the further detail for you to study, and then it is accessible in the internet to have a free ebooks in the dhammadownload.com. Okay, so you download the our first Tipitaka Dharasya, it is known as a Venerable Vichitasara Bhivansa. He wrote voluminous books about the Buddha, great chronicle of the Buddha. Okay, there are, I think, 6 volumes, 8 books, 6 volumes, 8 books. So their explanations are very, very in detail explanations are given in that books. It is also already translated into English, also accessible, freely available in the dhammadownload.com. Okay, dhammadownload.com. So there you find English version, ebook in English as well. And so trying to study more, and then I hope you will be inspired to become a Buddha as well. So with this, we will conclude for today by saying Buddha Sasana Jiran Ditadu, Buddha Sasana Jiran Ditadu, Buddha Sasana Jiran Ditadu, Sadhu, Sadhu, Sadhu.
Sadhu, 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 Bhante. Truly grateful to you for taking these 4 weeks and helping us learning and teaching about the paramis and the perfections that a Bodhisatta has to go through. Bhante, do I have your permission to open up the session for question and answer, Bhante?
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay, so if you have a question for Bhante, please raise your hand. We will allow you to unmute and you can ask your question. And I have shared in the chat window the lecture from Bhante that was done on Khanti Parami. And I have also shared the website that Bhante was talking about for the Dhamma download. So go ahead with your questions if you have any. Yes, go ahead, Sapna, please go ahead.
Bhante, about the Metta Parami, I had one question. When you say that you have to look for good qualities in the other person always, but what in the case of, when somebody has been a criminal or very, very wicked, how does one deal with people like that?
Yeah, a very good question. So let's see, let's have a look in the case of the Angulimala. Angulimala is, I think you may know
Yes.
that the finger hander. He is handing for the finger, so we got to satisfy his teacher. So then, even to that person, so you, for example, Angulimala is there handing and killing many people. So goodness, his boy in his life is that he is so obedient to his teacher, right? That's a good quality, isn't that? So
Yes.
yeah, that in this way, sometimes we see only the result, what they are doing. So if we focus only on that criminal point, then we cannot find a good point. But there are many other good qualities in every human beings. Because some people, they are criminals, but they are very good to their parents. They are very good to their husband, their wife, their children as well. And also, some people, they are not good to their families. So they don't do anything good for their family, but they are very good to their friends. Some people, they have very strange. And outside, they are very good person. But when they are at home, they are very notorious person. So in that case, a good boy, the bad boys are there. But only when we focus only on the bad point, it will be very difficult for us to develop a metta on that kind of person. So also for the criminals, the same. So criminals, sometimes they have mostly they have, everyone, they have a goodness. We know or we may not know. So if we don't know, we try to know it. We're trying to study how the good point of that the criminal, and then we can develop loving kindness. One thing for us to remember is that whether good or not is his problem. Okay, so on his goodness, on his badness, suppose he is a criminal, on his badness, we get angry. At that time, we are affected. We have a negative effects on our mind. We produce a negative effect for us again. So if we are to produce something for you, what would be your choice? We have to think whether you are going to produce a good effect, positive effect or negative effect on your life. Then it will be very clear. Oh, I want to have a positive and good effect in our life. Then you have to choose. Okay. Then
Yes.
you have to choose one, only good point of him, and then develop. If you get angry to the criminal, then angry mind arises, and then the mind produce Chedabhom matters. Okay, then that will not be healthy for us. So
Yes.
I think
Yes,
you may.
Bhante. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay. If you have any other question, go ahead, Vandana ji. Please ask your question.
And then,
Go ahead, please.
Bhante ji, I want know about just like as a Panchashila, Ashtashil, the Parmita, 10 Parmitas. So, matlab number wise, what is Hiri Ottappa? After that, Hiri Ottappa, which is number wise? I want to just know about.
Hiri Odaba,
Yeah, ji.
you want to know more about Hiri Odaba, or what do you want to know? Let me be clear.
Matlab, Bhante ji, I want to know how many parts, just like Hiri, then Otappa, then Anusara. What is this?
So mostly, if we say Hiri alone, Hiri means shame. Odaba is a verb. So shame can be applied. So I feel shameful to go in public, to go to the public, and then to go to talk with the seniors, and I'm dreadful to talk to the seniors and so on. So, so that is that kind of Hiri is not encouraged. They're not concerned with the here. So what we talk Hiri Odaba is the cause for the morality. Okay. So more Hiri, more Odaba we have, then we will be more virtuous person. So because of because of Hiri means we feel shameful to do bad things. Okay. That's why we don't do, we restrain ourselves from doing bad things. So in this way, our Sila is very good. And also, sometimes we feel shameful to be not responsible to our parents, not dutiful to our parents. Okay? In that case, also, because of out of this shame, moral shame, and then we try to be dutiful to our parents, to our teachers, and so on. Then in this way, we become a virtuous person, and it makes us to be very easy to fulfill Sila Parami. Okay, so and is it okay? The point you
Sir.
want? Oh, yeah, Parawing Ramwi. I'm sorry if I pronounce it wrong. How does Bodhisatta complete his Panya Parami? Panya Paramatha Parami. Panya Paramatha. Panya Paramatha Parami. Very good question. Panya Paramatha Parami here. Panya Bodhisatta, so as I explained you before, Panya Parami, regarding accumulation of a Panya Parami, we have to, first point is that we have to acquire as much knowledge as possible. So without without leaving aside any knowledge, as this is a low, this is a high, and so on. So we have to, if we don't know, we have to ask. So that is a very important point in acquiring the knowledge. Even from those who are very bad person, notorious person, we can learn something, some information, some new knowledge from them. So that is just acquiring. So when after acquiring this kind of a knowledge, he has to be useful for the community, society as well, with the help of the Panya, wisdom. Like a Mahosada, in the story of the Mahosada. Okay, Mahosada is a great. He was born with a small medicine in his hand. So that's why he is called Mahosada, Mahaosada. So in that life, so with the help of his wisdom, he helped the country safe. He helped the country prosperous, and also he dissolved. He solved many social problems in his time. So sometimes the point is some people they make a danger to his life as well because he is so wise, so intelligent, and his problem solving is very good. That's why other people, competitors, they trying to threaten his life as well. Even at the risk of his life, he don't stop. Okay, by he don't stop his helping other people through his wisdom, through his knowledge. Okay, so that is I think the way he performed his Panya Paramatha Parami. Even at the risk of his life, he don't stop learning, as well as he don't stop using his knowledge for the betterment of the world. Okay, thank you.
One more question in the chat window, Bhante.
Okay, thank you. Sunipati. Now, to have any kind of attachment in life, is it similar to lose interest in life? How it can be differentiated from Dharma perspective? Is it okay? Yeah, even though not directly related to the Parami, but it is, one way or another, connected. So, not to have any kind of attachment in life, okay, is similar to lose. It doesn't mean to lose interest in life is one thing. So that is a sort of depression. That is a sort of depression. Anything in life, we are not interested, no longer interested. So not to have any kind of attachment in life is we have in this life, we have in the body, the possession, the environment, the country, everything. We come to know their real nature. And also there is escape from from that sort of problematic condition. We know, okay, not only knowing that a danger or the current condition, but also knowing the escape. Okay, there is an escape, and also there is the way to be liberated from that condition. So Buddhist Dhamma perspective encourage up to that point. Okay, and the ordinary life, some people they lost interest in everything in life, so that's why it will lead them to suicide or to use narcotic drinks and drugs and so on. So that because they don't find any escape. Okay, so they find, maybe we can say the escape is they suicide themselves, or they take wrong path, use narcotic drinks and drugs and so on. That is not a real path. In the Dhamma, in the Buddha's teaching, the Buddha point out 3 points. One thing is asada, and then another thing is adinawa. The last point is nisarana. Asada means in the life there is many things to be attached. Okay, attachment is there in the life. Asada, we have to know as attachment. These are the things to be attached. It doesn't mean that the Buddha totally reject. In the world there is nothing pleasant. The Buddha acknowledge that in the life there are many things to be attached, but compared to suffering, the pleasant is very small in amount. That's why that is not the end. So because of whatever we have pleasant, that pleasant just appear, and then because of another condition it disappear. Okay? Supporting conditions disappear, the result also disappear. In this way we try to make a more and more, trying to have a more and more pleasant in life. So the more we run after the pleasant, the more we feel tired. So that is adinawa, okay, danger. So after knowing the danger, then we have to find the liberation, nisarana. Okay, so Dhamma perspective, we try to remember asada, adinawa, and nisarana. So every point there. Okay, thank you, Sunil.
Sadhu, 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 Bhante. I do not see any question here, Bhante. I'm going to see if there are any questions from the online side of it. I don't see any questions there either, Bhante. Thank you very much, Bhante. Truly grateful, Bhante. Much merits to you, Bhante. Much gratitude to you, Bhante. On behalf of all the participants, I would request to do the Punyanumodan for us, Bhante.
Yes, so for Phovi Dhamma series, we have done a lot of merit, accumulated a lot of merits. Okay, very happily. And also, I also appreciate your participation, your question and answer. So that is very good for us. So as I explained you, the more we appreciate our what we have done in regarding the Dhamma, it will produce a better effect, better result in our life. Even because it is Dhamma Dana, it will lead us to the excellent attainment. That is ultimate liberation from the round of suffering. So because of this merit, may all of you be happy, prosperous, successful, and attain Nibbana as soon as possible. So we share all our merit regarding this Dhamma session, Phovi Dhamma session, with all session beings, including our parents, relatives, families, and friends, and also guardian deities, or sentient beings. May all of them be able to rejoice with our merits. Idan no nyatina hodu sukhita hondu nyatayo. Idan no nyatina hodu sukhita hondu nyatayo. Idan no nyatina hodu sukhita hondu nyatayo. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Sadhu, 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 Bhante. Again, great gratitude to you, Bhante. We are truly grateful for you and truly grateful for your Dhammadana, Bhante.
Sadhu, sadhu. May you be happy. I will leave the room.
Yes, Bhante. Yeah. Thank you again, Bhante. Truly grateful again, Bhante.
Sadhu.
Much merits to you, Bhante. Thank you for your Dhammadana.